Okay, guys, we are live. Just a minute. Actually, to use my correct mic. Just a minute. Okay, I guess now my voice must be audible. Yes, more audible. All right. Uh, Guys, I need a confirmation in live chat that is my voice audible or not. And if you are facing struggle in the video quality, then you can increase the video quality of yours because minus 1080p I can't shoot in 4K by the way. But yeah, increase your video quality. If still not visible, then you can definitely ask me to increase the font size or whatever you want in the live chat. Okay, so I want confirmation right now that can I start or should I wait or make some changes? Okay, till then let's see if everything is okay. Hmm. All right. So, good evening, everyone. Let's begin. So, hey everyone, this is me, Harshal Jain, aka Viraj, and today we are going to build a form. So, a lot of you might be wondering that why? Why so simple project? Yeah, this is a very simple project, but form validation is a very important concept which every developer must know, and especially if you are a beginner, you must know about form validation. That's why I created a specific video on this topic because HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is the core of web development. If you know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you can learn anything in web development. Okay, I can say anything, almost anything. Okay, like front-end technologies, back-end technologies are most of the technologies use logic same with same logic, and I can say that many of them are JavaScript frameworks like React.js, Node.js, Angular, Next.js, etc. So you can see that yeah, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript can be used anywhere. So if you know form validation in normal HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, then you will definitely, if you learn some other technology like React.js or React Native or Next.js or AngularJS or some backends like Node.js, you will definitely know the logic, what logic must be implemented in this JavaScript part or the front end HTML CSS part, so on. Okay, so it's a very important concept of form validation. That's why I am making a special video on that. And yeah, it will contain everything that this field is important, etc., etc. We'll do that and we'll apply all the logics. And also you can before moving forward, I wanted to show you something that in the description. Okay, I actually logged out. Just a minute. So in the description you'll find a link, practice.geeksforgeeks.org, and you'll find the link of this full stack bootcamp course. Okay, I guess it will take you to this page. Just a minute. um just a minute, I'll take you to the that course only. All right, just a minute. So in the description, you'll find a link of full stack bootcamp, or you can simply visit practice.geeksforgeeks.org website. Here you can check out all the courses. They are the best picked from various. You can see that everything is available. You can see that yeah, C++, Java, Python, etc., etc. Any technology you are looking for is available here. You can check out. And in the courses you can see that in the web development part you'll see that we have full stack bootcamp. 29k plus people are interested, so you can also enroll for this one. So yeah, in the description the link of this course is available. This specific link is available, so do visit this. This is a free course. You can just enroll for this one and you can enjoy with this. Okay, so everything is available for becoming a full stack developer. You can check this one out. And in the live part of this course, you can see that we have upcoming scheduled uh, live sessions on Zoom. Basically, there will be Zoom meetings, and that's on 28th January, 29th January, and 4th Feb. So yeah, you can see that all of them are being scheduled. And here you can see that we have a modern to-do list project, and we also have a modern to-do list project part 2. And then we have a special project that is text to speech converter using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So this will be a very fun project to do, and do check out these projects. So they will be on 28, 29, and 4th Feb. So you can find the links here. The links will be available here, and also they'll be shared in your mails. So just enroll for this course, and you can also check out these. And also you can check out the recordings. So somehow if you miss these videos due to any reasons, you have to go for a wedding, etc., etc., so you can check out the recordings here. Okay, so you can see that everything is available here. And I guess, yeah, you can see that the duration is around 1 and 2 hours. So you can check out that these are similar to YouTube, but they are also advanced ones also. So you can see that right now we have JavaScript projects, but more projects will be upcoming here related to other technologies for a full stack development career. So you can check this one out, and also do share me your feedback if you like this, and if you want more projects similar to this, you can comment that on live chat on any of my videos, or you can also contact me personally on Instagram. So you can contact me at Harshal underscore 3011. This is my Instagram ID. I'm also a freelancer, by the way. So yeah, you can contact me for anything. So now we can start with the coding part, and my main goal was to show you that you have to attend these. If you like to build projects, then definitely I'll help you in making projects, and you can see that, yeah, I'll be the host. I'll be making these projects. So you can check this one out. It's a free course. So let's continue. And also one more thing is remaining, that this is my GitHub profile, github.com/virajj014. This is my GitHub profile. You just have to type that, and it will take you to this page. My profile is public. You can check this out. Don't forget to follow me here. In the repositories, you can see that the source code is uploaded, so you can find the source code of this form validation, and also all of my projects are available here, so you can check out any of them. So in form validation, you can see that we have uploaded the source code, and check out this one. Okay, so you can check out this, and it's a free public repository. You can copy or use the source code anywhere. Okay, so yeah, you can just go to my repository. If you don't find this repository, you can search the name here. Okay, js underscore form validation, you'll find this repository. All right, so I hope you got the basics, and then we can continue with the coding part. So yeah, these are some common fields which are required everywhere. So I have just used this, and we'll definitely be applying all the logics to these fields. Okay, so I hope you are enjoying this session, and yeah, I want confirmation in live chat that do you enjoy these kind of sessions, or you want something else. All right, so yeah, I can even dance for you if you ask me to, but it's a coding session, we must study right now. All right, so enough of bakwas, and now we can start. Okay, finally we can start. So let's make a first fresh folder. So I'll simply go to my folder JS projects Geeks for Geeks, and I'll just create a new folder named as JS underscore what. We are doing a form validation, so I'll simply say form validation. Okay, form validation project. So yeah, you'll find the same name as GitHub repository, so you can check this one out. So I'll just open it with VS Code. So VS Code must be installed, and I almost perform all of my projects in this IDE, so you can check this one out. Okay, VS Code is a great tool. Okay, any of your development or coding task can be performed here. You can write your code and execute, blah blah blah. Okay, I guess VS Code is very famous. I don't need to market it again and again. Yeah, but you must check, you must use VS Code. It's a one solution. Okay, so now you can see that I actually have splitted my screen so that I can make real-time changes. That's why. Okay, don't judge the UI. It's not important right now. We have to make the validation of the form. That's it. Okay, so yeah, now first of all we need to create an index.html, and we'll simply write a exclamation sign and hit enter. This will create the boilerplate for us, and then you can simply give it a title, registration form. Okay, so let's see that if it works or not. So I'll just give it a heading of h1 registration form. Also, if you have any doubts, you can ask them on the live chat. Okay, so I'll just open it on live server. So live server is nothing but a simple extension which will give us live changes on our code. So simply type live server in the extensions part and you'll definitely find that specific extension. This is the specific extension by Ritwik Day. So you can install this and then you can simply see that we have the go live button, or you can inspect, you can right click and you can see that we have open with live server option. So just click that and it will open the page in your browser. Okay, so we got the registration form heading and then you are good to go. Now we are going to create the form here. So I'll just write a form tag. Inside this we'll want the label, and then in the right side we want the input field. So for the label I'll simply write label. First of all, I'll create a division because I want them in a row. Label and input field, label and input field, label and input field. That means all of them will be a row. So I'll just give it a class as font cont. Each font container will have one label, one row. Okay. So yeah, I'll just give it a label. Okay, and label can be, suppose the first name is the first label. Okay, and you can also add a colon sign if you want, and also I can add the star sign to make it required. Okay, so for indication I'm just setting a star sign, so you can see that yeah, it's fine. And I can also give it an id. Okay, so id can be what, reqt. All right, so this will be my id. Oh, okay, so I guess the code was not visible much, so I hope now it's visible. And you can see that we haven't done anything much. We have given a title, then we have the heading, then we have the form tag. Inside this we have the container. One container has the first label, and then we will also add an input. Okay, so input will be type equals obviously text. Some people have numbers, so it will be counted in text only. Okay, name, some people have name numbers in their names, so yeah, if you are Elon Musk's son, then you definitely have some numbers in your name. So I'll just give it an id of first dash name, or anything you can give it. We can give it a name similar to this first name. They can be similar to id, doesn't matter. We can also give it a placeholder. And right now I'm not adding this required field. Okay, right now I won't add this, we'll check that later on. Okay, but yeah, right now I have just created the simple container. Okay, so I'll just copy this. I'll just, okay, I'm sorry, I'll just copy this and I will definitely paste it here. I'll write second name. Okay, second name, and again I will select this first, and again I can write second name. Okay, second name. So you can see that yeah, and also some people don't have a second name, so I think I must remove this asterisk sign. Okay, because some people might get offended with that. But what happened is, okay, actually by mistakenly I, okay, and you would also have to give this. Okay, now I guess it's fine. All right, so you can see that we have the first name and second name field. Then what to do, we want the email field. Okay, some of you might be wondering that why am I getting these suggestions. So these suggestions are coming from the GitHub Copilot extension. You can use any on the tool if you want suggestions, but I recommend if you are a beginner, must not use these kind of tricks, because saving time is not more important than learning something. So first learn code, learn how to code, then if you know how to code, then you can definitely use shortcuts to save time. Okay, so I'll again create a form container, and I hope I haven't messed anything here. Yeah, you can see that it's fine, and I'll just give it a label. Label can be this time I'll give it email, and also one more thing, I'll also write a span here. Why am I writing a span? Because it won't take the whole space. Span will only take the space required by this asterisk, rest will be taken by this label or whatever. Okay, so yeah, the span is by the way inside this label. And you would also have to again create an input, that is the type email and id email and name email or anything you like, and I'll give it a placeholder, enter your email. So we got the three fields. Now we need the fourth field, that is dob. Okay, so dob is quite different. Okay, so I'll just, right now I'm just giving it a division. Again, class can be font dash cont2. Okay, I'm just giving it a class this, fonts unt2. Then I am giving it a label. I am giving it a label named as DOB. Okay, DOB label. And again, DOB, since DOB is important, so I'll just copy this part and I'll paste that again. Okay, just make sure you have given a different class here. You can see that previously I've given forms UNT because DOB is quite different from others. So yeah, and then we will have the division. We will have the division and I'll give it a class of Diobin. So what I'm thinking is I want the date of birth in this format. You can see that we have the DDMMYY. Okay, so this is the format, and yeah, I think it's not the single D, it must be multiple D, but that's because of the space acquired. You can see that if we zoom out, you can see that they are visible, but they are pretty small. So we'll fix that definitely. But yeah, now we can say that we want the DOBs. So inside this, we will create three specific inputs, and I'll just give it a type of number because the date will be of type number. Do not choose the DOB format here. Okay, so I'll just give it ID of suppose DOB day. Okay, DOB day, and yeah, this is quite annoying sometimes. You can see that it goes out of the inverted commas. Okay, we'll manage, and I'll give it a placeholder of DD. Okay, and you can also suppose you can minimum give maximum 31. You can also assign this. Okay, this is pretty helpful for the logic. So if you try to increment this, it will start from 1 to 31. Okay, so yeah, it's working pretty fine. Now what? Now we have to apply similar, but we want a line between them. So I'll just simply write a p tag and I want a line between them. So I have just created. Instead, you can also give a span tag so it won't take the whole space. Okay, so span is sometimes very useful. And again, you want the month, so I have given DOB month ID and placeholder minimum max. Okay, I can also give this a name also. So if you want the name, I'll name it as suppose DOB day, and similarly for DOB month, name as DOB month, and similarly I'll give it a span and I'll say that yeah, it will be a DOB year. Okay, DOB year. So you can see that we got the three input fields with the dash sign in between. Okay, so this is a sign, and then I can say I can also give it a class of VR. Okay, I can also give it a class of VR. And what can we do instead of this span? We can simply make it a division. Okay, so just press alt and then you can select any number of things you want at once, and then you can make changes at once. So I can say that I want a division of VR in between the day and month, and again the division VR between the month and the year. Okay, so that's the basic DOB. All right, so after this we can continue with the phone part. All right, so again, if you copy this and if I make it phone, or you can write phone number, anything you like. Yeah, I guess I can assign it required, and then I can give it a type also of ID. And also if I give it a type, suppose if I give it a type of TEL. Okay, TEL, so it will be of phone number type TEL. Then I can give it a name, and yeah, we can give it a name and ID of phone, PHONE. All right, so yeah, that's the basic. And then we can say that we can give it a input field of enter your phone number. Okay, that's it. All right, so now you can see that yeah, we are pretty much there. We have the phone number. Again, we need two three more things. First is the password. So for that, I'll just copy this and I'll paste it here. And again, make sure that you have form cont here, and form cont2 is only used for the DOB part. Okay, so you can see that we have rest of them are form cont container. So I can give it a password. Okay, so this will be the password, required will be true, and type will be suppose text, and also I can give it a password ID. Okay, password. You can also give this the same PASS password, enter your PASSWORD. And one more thing I can say that, okay, let it be right now. Okay, you can see that we have the basic part. Now what to do? Now what to do? We can see that we have the password part, and we can, all right. So now we can do the same for confirm password. Okay, so confirm password, CONFIRM. All right. Good evening, everyone. Uh, yeah. If you have any doubts, you can definitely ask them on live chat, by the way. Also, guys, I need some suggestion from you all. Please suggest me some more projects related to JavaScript. I definitely love to bring these kind of projects, and they are actually helpful for beginners. And I guess at my time, I find very much difficulty in getting videos related to different of my queries. So yeah, I'll try my best to bring everything at Geeks for Geeks, so you can find that at one place. Okay, so confirm password. So yeah, confirm password is also done. After that, we also need, suppose I can say that we need country. Okay, we need country. So country can be, again, I can give a form, a okay, font container. And inside this, we can say that we will give it a label of countries. So label, and yeah, label, I can say that the label can be what, inside this I can say COUNTRY, and we can also give this a span of required ID equals REQD. All right, and just write star. So you can see that we have created the label for the country, and we can also give some options. So what I can do, you can see that I got the suggestions here. So you can simply write the select tag, and you can also give it an ID of country, COUNTRY, country. And then what can we do? We can say, we can also give it a name also, by the way. So I'll just give it a name of COUNTRY. Okay. So why am I giving names to these fields? It will be clear when we cover the JavaScript part, right? But right now, just do whatever I have done. All right. So in the options, first option will be enter country, select a country. Okay. So I can say that the value will be blank. Okay, so first option will be select country. All right, and then we can say that the first country is India, second is USA, third is UK, etc., etc. All right, so you can see that if I click over this and see that I got my options working. Okay, so yeah, this is for the options, and I am trying to actually cover all the basic form fields. You can see that I have also covered the option, so you can definitely add more type of fields like radio button, etc., etc. That's up to you. All right, so after this, you can also by the way, you can also choose one more thing, I guess, font dash cont. After this, we can also choose one more thing, that is the address. So I'll just give it a form cont1, and then what can we do? We can give it a label of address, and also we can give it a input of the text area of address. Okay, so instead of input, I'll choose text area this time. Okay, so I have chosen text area, ID is same, and yeah, this for is not important here, or if it is, then we'll choose that. But yeah, you can see that we have our basic fields. All right, so I guess now we can continue. Guys, just a minute. All right. So now we can continue and yeah, now we can continue and you can also add a few more things like gender, whatever you want. Okay. So yeah, I guess the basic form part is done and now we can jump to the CSS part. And yeah, one more thing, I want this to be form CONT1 because form CONT2 is chosen by this DOB part. Okay, DOB part has form CONT2. That's why I've given form CONT1 to this one. All right, that's it. Now we can simply style this. So for styling, first of all, I want my margin and padding to be 0. Okay, margin padding can be 0. So for that, initially you can say that the star and M0 P0 and border box. All right, so you can see that the initial one is gone, initial margin padding is gone. Then we can target the body. Inside body, if you want, you can give this a background color of black. Okay, yeah, it's pretty fine. Then I would say that the display will be flex. And as you can see, nothing is in center. So I want everything in center. So I can say justify content center, align item center. Also height can be 100 VH, then it will bring everything to center. Okay, now you can see that it's pretty fine. Now we'll target the form box. Okay, so form box, first of all, I'll give it a background color of white. So you can see that the form box is almost in center. Okay, you can see that, yeah, it's almost in center. All right. So one more thing, as you can see, why it's not coming in center because the left side is taken by the registration form. So for that, I will say that the uh, flex direction must be column. Okay. So one more thing, if I type H1 and I'll just give it a color of white, so now you can see it's visible. Also, the font size can be approx 50 pixel. If you like anything else, you can definitely give this. I can also give it a margin bottom, and then we can also give it a font family of sans serif. Okay, and you can also decrease the font weight by some amount. Okay, so you can see, yeah, we got the H1 tag, and now we can continue with the form tag. So you can see that we have the form tag, but I want this padding to be 20 pixels, suppose, and border radius to be something around 20 pixels. So you can see that we have the nice box. What can you do more? You can also give it a width if you want, but right now I'm not giving any width. Then Then I can say that the background color I want must be somewhat this much glassy. Okay, so you can see that I have a glass background color. That's why I have given some opacity. Okay, so opacity is reduced. That means the visibility is less for the background box. Okay, so you can see that it's looking a lot better now. Then what can we say that I want everything in center of this container. So for that again, to apply the same procedure, display flex direction must be column. Okay, and then you can say that justify content center, line item center. Okay, so now we can see that everything is in center. Wow, definitely. All right, so now you can see that we have done the basic part. Then we are going to target the form cont. Okay, form dash cont container, and I want them to be indefinitely in display flex width taken by them must be suppose if I give the width to be 95%. Okay, and yeah, now what? Now you can see that I have given this some width. I also want the margin in between all of this form cont. So I'll just give it a margin of 10 pixels, suppose, and top and bottom can be 0. Okay, now I guess we can continue. Then I want the background color of this to be black. Okay, black background color. I'll tell you why, but yeah, you have to give a black background color. Then what to do? Mm, I can also give it a border radius also. So suppose if I give it a border radius of 10, okay, 10 or 20, anything you like. I've given a border radius right now. If you give it 20, then it will work too. All right, so border radius is also given. That what next we can simply continue with the next things. Also, one more thing, if anything goes out, then overflow must be hidden. Okay, that's it for the form container. Now for the label. Now for the label. I want every label to be same, so I'll apply the same logic for everything. I want the background color of this label to be white. Okay, you can see we have white background color for label. And then I would say that the padding from top and bottom must be 10 and left and right must be 20. Then what to do? We will also give it a border radius of suppose 20 pixels. Okay, so yeah, you can see we have 20 pixel of border radius of these. Yeah, I hope you are understanding this one. If you have doubts, you can ask me on the live chat. I've also given some margin so that I get space between the input and this label. Then I can also give it a font family of sans serif by default. Font family sans serif. Okay, so I don't have to mention that again and again everywhere. All right, so for that, I can also give it a font size of 15 pixels. Yes, 15 pixel would work. Yeah, so I'll just give it a width of suppose 30%. It will take 30% of the width of this form cont. Okay, it will take 30% of the form cont or wherever you have applied this label on. Yeah, then what I can say is I want the display to be flex inside this label also. Display to be flex. Okay, and one more thing, I want the form to be width of uh 50 suppose. Okay, now I can continue. Yes, justify content space between because I want the asterisk signs to be in a extreme right. Okay, so for that I can say that it must be space between. Okay, so now you can see it's in the extreme right of this container. All right, so yeah, I can also give the color of this has asterisk to red. Okay, so I can say REQD and I can say that the color can be red. Color can be red. If I give red color, you can see that I have red color for this asterisk. Okay, I guess now it will work fine. And as you can see that we have this, but yeah, we'll check that later on. We are getting this on next slide. We'll check that later on. Yeah, after this, I can say that everything is fine. Okay, everything is fine. Then comes the input. Okay, then comes the input inside form container. Okay, input inside form container. So I'll target the input inside form container. All right, so again, for the input, I will choose the border none, background color black, and text color as white. Okay, and what happened here is why isn't target? Because yeah, I have given font container, so I'll just select this FORM. Okay, so it will be changed everywhere. If I have by mistakenly given any font container, it's not font, it's form container. Okay, so yeah, form container. So I guess now we can continue. And then you can see that we have the input of background color black, border none, text color white. So it's looking pretty nice, but yeah, it's getting some outlines. So for that, I'll simply say that the outline will always be none. So if you select this, you won't get any outline. Okay, you won't get any outline. All right. So after this, I would say that the width will be 70%. Okay, it will take the whole width of this remaining form container. Okay, remaining width. So if I press anywhere, I'll get the selection. Then I would say that the font size of this would be 16 pixels, 16 pixels. Okay, definitely it will work. All right. Then we can continue. All right, so the input part is done. Then again, we'll target the select tag. You can see that we have the select tag, then we have to target this. So I would say that since we have only one select tag, I would say that the select tag will have background color again of this much, background color black, border none, etc. etc. So I have done this. And then I would say that the width will be again 75%, or I would say that it will be 70%. Okay, now what? Now I would say that the font size will be 16 pixel. Okay, so you can see that, yeah, it's pretty much styled, but one more thing, outline must be none. Okay, so I have removed the outline on selection. Okay, yeah, this will work. So after this, we will style the form cont1. Okay, we have previously targeted form container, so I'll just copy this and I'll paste it again here. So form container one has what? The address. Okay, the address is inside this form container one. So you can see that we have this, but we have to make a few changes. That means the display is flex, but I want first of all, I want the flex direction of this to be in column. Okay, that's it. I guess that's the only required change we needed, and then we can continue with the remaining part. So you can see that the label is okay, but we want the text area. So since I only have one text area inputs tag, so I'll just use this directly. Okay, so I can again say that the input can be copied. And one more thing I would say is the width will be 100%. Okay, 100%. It will take 100% of the width. And I would also say that the padding will be 10 pixel inside. Okay, so we got some padding for this. You can see we got some padding. Then what do we need to do next? I guess rest is up to date. Okay, I guess we don't need to make any more changes to this. You can see that it will work. It will work. Okay, you can see that it will work. All right, so yeah, the text area is also working. I also want, if I select this, you can see that the outline is none. Just make sure you have given outline none. Then I would say that I want the width of this address to be more. So for that, I guess it's all right. It's all right. So you can see that it's pretty much fine. So now what we need to do, we need to see that if we have the submit button or not. So we don't have any submit button, so we have to create a submit button. All right, so here I would say that it will have an input, and I will say that its type will be submit, value will be submit. I'll also give it an ID of, suppose, submit btn. Okay, submit btn, and then I'll save this. Okay, and I'll save this. You can see that we have got our submit button, but we need to style that definitely. So for submit button, again, I would say that it will again be something hashtag submit button. So first I have to write some hashtag submit button. Inside this, I'll again give it a background color of white, border none, text color as black, and padding of something, border radius something, font size 20, margin of 20, cursor pointer. Okay, that's it for this. And if I hover over this hashtag submit, and if I hover over this, I want the background color to be black and text as white. Okay, so you can see that it's working fine. After this, we have the enter your first name, enter the second name. So for that, we can see that everything is fine here. We want one thing only. We can see that we have the DOB. We have to fix that. So for DOB, we have our font container 2. So I'll again copy this part and I'll paste it here. Okay, font container 2. So I'll just save it. As you can see that it's styled a bit, but I don't need it like this. I want again things to be in row first. Okay, first of all, they must be in row. And then I would say that everything is fine. I don't need to make more changes with that. Yes, everything is fine. Inside this, we have hashtag DOB in. Hashtag DOB in. Okay, I mean .dob in. This is the container which has all of our three inputs. So yeah, inside this, I want everything to be in display flex. Width must be 70% taken by them because the label DOB is already taking 30%. Okay, label has taken 30% for everything. Okay, yeah, for every container. So 30% is taken by the label for this form container 2, and then the 70% is taken by this DOB in. All right, so you can see that we have the fields here. Inside this, we again have the inputs. Then I would say that they will take 30% each. And then again, I want the background color to be similar to this. So I'll just copy this input. I'll just copy this input and I'll paste it below. And then I would give this width of 30%. Okay, so you can see that we have this input container, and one more thing, if I just make it to the center, you can see that yeah, they are pretty much in center. I'll just give the width to be 20%. Yeah, it's pretty fine. After this, we have one more thing. You can see that we have a VR vertical line. Okay, so for the vertical line, I will again target the VR between them. I would say the color will be this, and yeah, you can see that they are pretty much color will be this. Font size is 20 pixel. You can see that we have some margin in left and right. But before moving forward, first of all, I would say that the width will be suppose 25. Yes. And then I want everything in center, align. So I would write align items center. So you can see that now it's looking fine. Now it's looking fine. And you can also decrease the width if you want. But yeah, I guess the DOB part is also looking fine. Okay, it's also looking fine. So after this, what do we need to do? We need to see that can we increase the width of this or not. If I increase the width of this label up to 35%, okay, so you can see, yeah, it works fine. But if I decrease this, no, it won't work. If I increase the width here also, I have to increase the width also to 60. Okay, now you can see that it's looking pretty fine. Okay, so I hope you understood this simple form. And yeah, today we have created the basic UI part, that is the HTML CSS part. All right, so yeah, it's looking pretty nice. And tomorrow what will we do? We'll simply convert this into a responsible validation form, definitely. And also we'll add JavaScript to add validation part also. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. And before ending this video, you have to check out the repository. So the repository is available in my GitHub profile. So if I take you to my GitHub profile, you just have to simply type github.com/virajj014. You have to type this in your URL and you'll find my profile. Just have to follow me here also. And in the repository section, you will find JS underscore form validation. All right, so the source code is uploaded here. You can check out this index.html. You'll find that. All right, but if you don't find this repository somehow, you can find the repository by this name, JS underscore form validation, by the same name. Okay, so yeah, you can check out this repository. And also I'll upload the rest code tomorrow, that is on day 2, part 2 of this video. And also, before ending this video, do check out the description and also the live chat. You will find a link named as full stack bootcamp course. Okay, so this is basically available at practice.geeksforgeeks.org website. So it's a full stack bootcamp course. You just have to enroll for this one. It's a free course. You can check out this. Everything required for becoming a full stack developer is available here. It's a free course. And in the live section, you can see that we have upcoming live session on 28 January, 29 January, and 4th February. So do check them out. They are very special JavaScript projects, and if you want more projects, you can definitely give me suggestions. And if you somehow aren't able to watch these sessions, live sessions, they will be Zoom meetings, so the links will be shared here. Right now, it's written upcoming, but definitely Zoom meetings will be shared here. Links. If you want the recordings of these Zoom meetings, you can definitely check out these also. These are the recordings of the previously held sessions. Okay, so the recordings will be available here. You can check them out. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I can see some of you might have doubts. Uh, all right, yeah, okay. I guess I think we can end this session. And if you have any doubts, you can comment below, or you can also contact me on Instagram. So I'll just share my Instagram profile. My Instagram profile is @Harshal_3011, or you can also find me on LinkedIn. Harshal Jain is my username. All right. So that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning. Bye bye.